What if the discomfort you feel right now is not a warning, but confirmation? What if the confusion, the loneliness, the inner resistance are not signs that you're failing, but signs that you're finally moving in the right direction? Stoicism teaches something most people refuse to accept: the right path rarely feels good at the beginning. It feels quiet, uncomfortable, even isolating. While the world tells you that progress should look exciting, loud, and rewarded, the Stoic path often looks like loss before it looks like gain. If you've been questioning yourself lately, if your old life no longer fits, but the new one hasn't fully revealed itself yet, this video is for you. Because these signs are ignored by most people. But if you notice them, you're already ahead. Stay until the end. What you'll hear may confirm what you felt all along. Sign number 1, you feel isolated, but more aligned. You may notice that your circle is getting smaller. Conversations feel shallow. Noise feels heavy. And solitude no longer scares you, it clarifies you. This is not a sign of regression. It's alignment. Stoicism teaches that growth often requires distance. Not because others are wrong, but because constant external input weakens inner authority. You begin to speak less, observe more, and choose silence over meaningless connection. While most people fear being alone, the Stoic uses isolation to strengthen the mind. If you feel separated from the crowd but closer to yourself, keep going. This is where discipline is forged. Sign number 2, you're less reactive, more detached. Things that once triggered you no longer have the same power. You notice the insult, the provocation, the chaos, but you don't rush to respond. Not because you are weak, but because you have learned something rare: control. Stoicism is built on the understanding that most things are outside your power. When you truly accept this, emotional reactions begin to fade. Anger feels unnecessary. Explanation feels optional. Silence becomes a form of strength. You no longer need to win every argument or prove your point. If you feel calmer in situations that once controlled you, this detachment is progress. It means your inner world is no longer ruled by the outer one. Sign number 3, your old desires no longer satisfy you. The things that once excited you now feel empty. Distractions lose their flavor. Quick pleasures no longer silence the mind. This isn't boredom, it's elevation. Stoicism teaches that many desires are learned, not necessary. As you grow, you begin to distinguish between what feeds the ego and what strengthens the soul. Comfort feels shallow. Discipline feels meaningful. You start choosing depth over dopamine, structure over escape, purpose over pleasure. While others chase stimulation, you crave direction. If your old habits no longer satisfy you, don't panic. It means your standards have changed, and your path has narrowed. Sign number 4, you're comfortable being misunderstood. People may no longer understand your choices. They question your silence, your discipline, your distance. And for the first time, you don't rush to correct them. You let them think what they want. Stoicism reminds us that reputation is outside our control. Trying to manage how others perceive you is a form of slavery. When you release that need, you gain freedom. You stop explaining your vision to those who cannot see it yet. You save your energy for building, not convincing. If being misunderstood no longer disturbs your peace, it's a sign of inner authority. You're no longer living for approval, you're living by principle. Sign number 5, you choose long-term pain over short-term comfort. You willingly choose what is difficult, even when no one is watching. You wake up early. You stay disciplined. You resist comfort, not because you enjoy suffering, but because you understand its purpose. Stoicism teaches a more fatty, loving the struggle that shapes you. While others escape discomfort, you lean into it. You accept temporary pain in exchange for permanent strength. There is no applause for this choice. No instant reward. Only quiet progress. If you find yourself choosing discipline over distraction, growth over ease, keep going. This is the path most abandon, and why few master themselves. Conclusion: keep going, even if it feels lonely. If you recognize yourself in these signs, don't turn back. The path you're on was never meant to be crowded. It was meant to be precise. What feels like loss is often alignment. What feels like confusion is often transition. Stoicism doesn't promise comfort, it promises clarity. And clarity often arrives before peace. The quiet discipline you're building now will become unshakable strength later. Most people stop when it gets uncomfortable. You didn't. And that matters. Keep going, even when no one claps. Progress is silent before it is visible.